Good morning, beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you for being here. It's day 3 of 45, 6 days till the event, till the workshop, till the retreat with Dr. Joe Dispenza in Barcelona. I've been continuing to do the best that I can, and yesterday it was an epic morning body electric meditation. Energy was moving through my body. I was feeling sensations of all sorts, but something was very important for me yesterday to see and to realize and to observe. I've been thinking in patterns in terms of how I should be healed, how I should change, what exactly has to happen, in what way, how does it have to feel, and how I essentially have to feel in myself, but as an expectation of my old thoughts. Now, let me try to repeat this again and to simplify it. With my old way of thinking, I was projecting what the future should be. And guess what this leads to? It's as Joe Dispenza says, trying to create another personality with the old one. Doesn't work in this way. And I started observing this big time. I've been observing this maybe for the last 1-2 years. And here and there I have glimpses of this that, oh wait, I'm actually expecting things from the basis of a person that thinks in this old way, in this hurt way, in this traumatized way or scared way or whatever. This doesn't work. And not only that it doesn't work, but it produces even more suffering. Suffering because I cannot feel what I'm supposed to. Well, of course, if I'm thinking in the way that I've been thinking, of course I cannot feel in another way. Of course, if I'm thinking in an old way, I cannot think in a new way, because a new way is something I haven't been doing. That's why it's new. But it dawned on me in this way yesterday when I was just feeling this energy going up, and I realized that I was visualizing even my energy centers in a specific way and allowing them to work only in a specific way that I would visualize. And if I don't visualize it correctly, meaning in this way that my thoughts and images in my mind tell me that I should visualize it or that I should see it, and in this exact way that those images and thoughts tell me that I should feel it, then it doesn't work. Then something is wrong. Then I'm not getting healed, I'm not changing, and so on and so forth. And I was just observing this and I was like, wow, I've been preventing so much. I've not been allowing things to work for me, and they've been knocking on my door for so long, but I haven't been allowing them. And I was like, holy moly, holy cow, baby Jesus, and everything else divine. Thank you for this blessing, for this knowledge, for this insight. So I took this knowledge and I started working with it a little bit. Yeah, because I don't expect it to change in one day. I don't expect all those patterns to change in one day. But what I do expect now is that I can actually do it, and that I can actually observe those old thoughts or old patterns of thinking that have been blocking all sorts of good stuff from coming to me, things that are already in me. So yesterday when I actually allowed energy to move through, my body started shaking. I actually had a beautiful vision. I had a beautiful vision of like a big golden white light, very warm light, and as if there was my hand or somebody's hand, but just kind of in front of my face, as if in front of my eyesight. And this hand was also very beautiful and warm and gentle, and it was pulling a curtain in this one direction, kind of in front of this light, but it was not like trying to cover the light. Yeah, it was nothing like this. The curtain itself was also warm and golden and beautiful. And the whole scene kind of gave me a feeling that things are working, things are going in a direction which I might not be able to see. I might not be able to see the bright light because of the curtain, but the curtain itself is also not a bad thing, because the curtain itself is teaching me so much, so much. And because of all its teachings, I have become, and I will be continuing to become, more and more and more of who I truly am, of what I truly want for people, for this world, for goodness. I wish goodness. I want this world changed. I want it transformed. And I realize now that it's up to me. It's only up to me to transform myself so that I can move on and do the same for others, help them, support them, guide them, give them something that they may need, talk with them, empower them. Anything possible, anything possible. Give them this which I do great, right? Play my music, because my music is the thing that I do great, that I've been blessed to have. I've been blessed to be able to experience, to allow to come through me, to write those lyrics, to sing them in the way that I sing. And I've been realizing it's only me that can do that in this unique way that I can. And it's everybody else that can play their part in the way that only they can. And there is something like very unifying in this experience. At the same time, something very unique happening, like on this unique level of like this personal perspective. At the same time, us being together, and at the same time, as separate beings, quote unquote, separate beings doing this togetherness, or reuniting from this separate perspective, which is incredibly beautiful. It allows compassion and kindness and love and happiness to grow, and to bloom like a flower in this new world that we are in. We're stepping into it. It's difficult at times. It's very challenging at times, and because we're so deeply programmed, I see this in myself, that there are some programs, let's put it in this way. And yesterday I did a walking meditation in the afternoon, and guess what? There is a feeling in my chest that I've been feeling for years, of being limited, not being able to do what I want, not being able to change or to grow or to really create the things that I want to create, to have the things that I really want to have in my life, to in a sense experience my life fully, to live it fully, from this very beautiful place of being joyful, being happy in my life, being happy with what I'm doing, with the people that I know, wishing them well, being joyful for them. This gives me so much. It gives me so much to be joyful for others, to wish them love and freedom and ease. And this is so important nowadays for me. And it's not only important because this is something that I truly feel that I wish everybody from my heart, but it's important for my growth. Because as I told you, I started this walking meditation yesterday, and I felt how grateful I am to this quote-unquote feeling, quote-unquote blockage, quote-unquote limitation that I feel, because of all that it's taught me, because of all that it has actually given me as perspective, because it has made me, in a sense, pushed me, kicked me in the butt to look for new ways, to look for who I truly am, to look for gratitude, which I had never known, prior to this life-changing event that I might actually share more about in a future video. But this feeling of limitation, of not being worthy, of not being good enough, not being capable of being loved, has actually been kicking me in the butt and telling me there is another perspective. Mitko, there is another perspective. There is another perspective. Keep on pushing in this direction in which I'm saying no, and you'll never find out what those other perspectives are. And I felt so thankful that I can actually experience this limitation in my life. And this limitation can give me so much freedom. It's just incredible. It's just incredible to think about this, that we can be grateful for our biggest challenges, our biggest pains, our biggest fears, because actually they are guiding us and directing us towards freedom, towards this love, unity, kindness that we feel innately in ourselves, that we really want to give others the best that we have. And the best that we have is what makes us happy from within, what we really love doing. And this which we love doing is so naturally coming out from us, it's pouring out from us because we really want to share it with other people in one way or another. Now, when I'm making music, I want to make other people happy. I want to make them think about those good and important things in life, about love, about kindness, about reconnecting with who we are, about reconnecting with source, coming back to our true essence. And other people painting for the same reason. They love what they're doing, but essentially they really want others to experience this and have this heart-opening moments like they do when they're channeling or when they're actually putting onto a piece of canvas their art, or other people that are talking, teaching, connecting others, supporting, helping others heal, all sorts of arts, all sorts of other things like architecture, building, construction, everything. There is nothing that is left out. Finances, whatever you can even think of, whatever you can think of. Nobody is excluded. Everything that comes to us so naturally and lovingly, and that we feel so good while we're doing it, and ideas are coming and coming, and inspiration is flowing. That's really the thing that we also want to share. Naturally, we want to share because we really feel from our hearts that this is meant to also open other people's hearts. And when we see that, it's such a beautiful, profound moment of unity, moment of peace, of ease, of gratitude, of thankfulness, of appreciation, of really contemplating life from this vantage point of freedom, freedom and ease, and like this deep thankfulness. So yeah, that was day 2, and on day 3, the day I've just started actually. I did a few meditations in the morning, but nothing too special. I did the breath separately as well. I started incorporating the breath, like Joe Dispenza's breath work. And yeah, energy's been moving. But actually, there's one thing that I want to share. I did a morning meditation, and then I did You Inspire Me meditation. But there was this resistance that came up, and I forgot, and I went into, again, this program of thinking, oh, I cannot, since I feel this, that means I cannot see that, I cannot change my life, whatever. But there was an inner knowing that came back and back and back and back, like several times. And it was telling me, okay, try again, try again, try again, try again, try again, try again. Don't resist, don't resist, don't resist. Let it go. Try again, try again, try again. Yeah, like overcome it, but in a sense, do not push it. Yeah, do not push back on what's happening inside you, but try again. Try to let it go, to allow it, this other thing to be, and try again. And guess what? I did this meditation 3 times, one after another, because I was so determined that I am going to touch upon my new life, my new future, this which I've already felt so many times. And guess what? During the second meditation, I started feeling it here and there, but again, resistance. And then I was like, okay, I'm playing it for the 3rd time because I felt confident. I felt confidence inside of me, and I was like, I'm gonna do it a 3rd time. And I did it a 3rd time, and the 3rd time I actually saw things I had never seen before. And I do believe that this is the unknown. When we have an intention, we want to change our life in a way that we kind of have an idea of what we really love and what we really want to do. Some people less, some people more. But then when we really intend it and really focus on that, images and feelings and thoughts and situations we couldn't possibly create just because we want to visualize our new life, but they come to us from those other possibilities, right? And then it's up to our preference what to choose to pay attention to and to focus on. And I finished with the 3rd meditation, and I had touched it, and I felt like I touched it, and I felt, in a sense, like this pride, but pride in a very like a joyful way. I felt like confident that I really had this intention, I was really determined, and I really felt it. I went back to it, I touched it, and that's my message to you today. Do not give up. Question your old thoughts that are telling you that according to them, you should create your new future, or that you should change yourself according to them. That makes no sense, right? But that's what they do very, very often, because we're unaware of them and how they're actually trying to manipulate our change or manipulate our experience, whether you're gonna call it an old programming or negative energy or something else, you know, old personality, whatever. There is this which is happening for all of us, and in a sense we are kind of led astray from what we really want. But if we pay attention, if we're determined, if we're consistent, if we're really, really, really focusing, even when we get distracted, we are determined that we're going to refocus. Yeah, things are going to start changing. And I started understanding for myself that that's really what change is about. That persistently, I move my attention, I move my focus. I do not push, I do not resist, but I do my best to keep my attention on this which I truly want. And this which comes up in order to be purged, I see it for what it is, from this higher mind, if you will, from this new perspective. And I can even be thankful for it and say, I love you for everything that you've done for me to come here, be this person now, and want to change even more, being able to appreciate the old and eventually let it go, forgive, love it, or just be happy with everything new and thankful for everything that has happened, that has led rather us to those moments of change, of contemplation, of love, etc. Love you all, people. If you would like to, you can hit the like and subscribe button. If you want me to continue those videos, please comment or anything that you want to do. And see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.